Today, Airlines Debate Team is going to teach you guys about the basics of cutting a card. So first, a card is just a piece of evidence, but instead of calling it an article, it's going to be referred to as a card. The first thing you need to do in order to cut this card and make it in the debate format, you want to download the application Verbatim. Verbatim is just a part of Microsoft Word. It's a tool that debaters use to format their evidence. So first, when you cut a card, you first need to figure out what you're looking for. So for example, you're writing affirmative answers to part of the midterms disadvantage. So you want to look for something like Republicans are going to win this midterm election. So then you just Google search whatever you're looking for, and then a bunch of articles will pop up. So first, you want to make sure that the articles you click on are good sources. So you'd prefer, don't use CNN or Fox just because they're very biased. Regardless of your political views, they're known to be very biased media outlets, so don't use those. Just use more like the Washington Post, USA Today, NPR, credible sources. And then one way to do that is using Google Scholar when you're looking for evidence. But yeah, so first you want to make sure your evidence is valid and the source is a reliable source. Then you want to read through the entire article. You want to make sure this article is saying what you want it to say, and it doesn't contradict yourself in any way. So once you do that, you want to copy and paste the entire card, the entire article, and paste it into Verbatim. And then after you do that, you're going to write a tagline. So a tagline is basically the summary of an article. So after you read through the article, you'll just write a one-sentence summary about it, and then you put it at the top, and then you want to write the author's name and the date it was published and some author credentials. So I'm going to show you guys an example. So I Googled the Republicans will win the midterms, and so this is an article I found by NPR. So the first thing you want to do is copy and paste the entire article. Just do it with the pictures and stuff as well, and then when you go in, you'll be able to delete those pictures. So now I go to Verbatim, and you want to press the F2 paste button because it'll automatically format it for you. It will get rid of all the pictures and things like that. So instead of using Control V, just use the F2 button. You can either use it on your keyboard or you can use it from here at the top. So that's what I did. So now you have your article. So now you've copied and pasted your article, and you can just get rid of some of the stuff you don't need. You don't need this download or transcript or anything like that. So the first thing you want to do is write a tagline. So you go up here to the top. You can either press F7 on the keyboard, or you can press the button at the top, and this will give you the format of a tagline. So you want to write your tagline. So you write your tagline. So I wrote, Republicans will win the midterm elections because they have support from many categories of voters. This is just a very simple tagline. And that just summarizes the article. And then you write the author's last name and the date it was published. Sometimes you won't have the exact date, you'll just have the year, and that's fine too. So then that's how you format that. You have the tagline, then the author. Then the next thing you want to do is find some credentials of the author. So you can just Google his name. Sometimes on the article it'll have a link where it has the author, and you just press on that, and then it'll take you to a website with all of their credentials. For example, they're a professor at XYZ University, or they're a 5-year reporter in politics, whatever their credentials may be. You want to add 1 or 2 lines about that, so your judge and your opponents know that this evidence is credible. And if they say it's not, then you can say, no, actually, my author is the president at Harvard, or is a professor at Harvard. So after that, you want to go in, look through your article, and then underline the important pieces of information. So you can use F9, you can highlight something and press F9 to underline it, or you can just use the underline key, things like that. You want to just highlight the key parts of the card. And then you want to go through again and then highlight the parts of the card you want to read. So when you highlight a card, you want the card to be a sentence. So you can say, Despite other clear signs of Democratic enthusiasm, there are increasing indications that Trump's powerful base will offset the energy and protect the GOP's power. You don't need to highlight one entire sentence. You can highlight bits and pieces of a sentence as long as it makes a full sentence and as long as you're not changing the meaning. So you also want to highlight the warrants of the card. So the warrants are just the reasons why the tagline is true, basically, or the reasons why that argument is true. So you want to highlight the parts of the card that give you the reasons as to why Republicans are going to win. So after you've done that, you've cut your card, and that's about it. Thank you.